So have you ever been scolded by your mother? Remember when you were a little kid? Yeah. And your mom would scold you. And it was so terrifying. Like sometimes your mom could be sweet and then she'd go, ah, and shout and yell at you. And sometimes you would get smacked. At least I did. Sometimes you get smacked. Not so much. Please don't send me my mother emails and phone calls. But, but uh, from maybe you would get like in trouble, or you would get sent to your bedroom without food or somebody, and they'd be like, oh man, it's so scary, right? And then after a while, you'd go say, Amma, sorry, Mummy, sorry, please, 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 I won't do it again and everything. And then your mother would be, why you're all laughing? This happened to you so many times. Yeah. And then your mother would finally yield. At first she'd be like this, and then then you would feel worse. And then finally your mother would yield, and she would all be that sweetie, sweetie mom that we know so well. Okay. Now, about 10 years from now, roughly, Prema Sai will come back. What do you think he's going to do? Is he going to be that sweetie, sweetie mom? Like, welcome back, my children, You know? I missed you so much. Did you miss me? Or do you think he's going to be like that strict mother, at least at first? Yeah, so when Prema Sai comes back, he's going to be strict. There's going to be that sweetie, mom side to him. But there's some devotees who are going to really get it. So my suggestion to you, don't be in that second group, okay? Don't be that group that gets that scolding from Prema Sai, because it won't be nice. So I got a scolding from Swami once. Would you like to hear about this? Yeah. So you'd be thinking, how did Dr. Sola get scolded? Yeah, it was really scary. It was the worst thing in my life. So we had gone, Shivani and I had gone to Puttaparthi from, I was working at Satya Sai Hospital. In those days, we had a really lovely divine privilege where every year Swami would call all the hospital staff for family interviews. Every year, this would imagine. I mean, you're working in Swami's hospital. As a benefit, you get an annual interview with him. This is a wonderful thing, and nobody would miss it. We would go in batches so that there was always, nurses and doctors and technicians and others to take care of the patients. And so our turn came, and we go to Puttaparthi. Swami pampers us like anything. So much interaction, so many interviews, this and that. Our hearts are full, and not just us, everybody. Swami just blessing, 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 spending like hours with us. It was just so much fun. And then we all came, I think, on Saturday, and then we were supposed to go back Sunday evening after Sunday afternoon darshan. So Swami comes out for darshan, and he comes to Shivani. Shivani's in the darshan line, and she says, Swami, thank you so much for everything. We'd like your permission. Srikanth and I would like your permission to return back to Bangalore. Swami says, no, stay for a while. So we're like, huh? So Swami went on. So we were like, okay, what to do? We had only planned to come for 2 days, and Swami kept us for 3 weeks in his ashram. And so after I told my boss, I said, hey, this is what Swami said. I would ask him a couple of days later, then a few more days later, then a few more days I would ask him. And my boss, and even I spoke to the director of the hospital, Dr. Hegde, lovely, lovely souls, both of them. And they said, well, what can we do? If Swami is asking you to stay, you stay. And even I thought, well, if I'm in Puttaparthi, I can go and serve at the super specialty hospital in Puttaparthi, right? I thought maybe that's why he wanted us to stay. He said, no, stay. Okay. So then I was like, man, as awesome as it is, you want to go back and do your work, be back serving Swami's patients and stuff. So one time I went up there. I'd already asked Swami like 2-3 times in the last couple of days. And then I said, Swami, shall we go? Something like this. And with all hands and all humility and this thing. Swami just turned to me, and sound like thunder came out of his mouth, like this. And he looked like Rudra, literally looked like Rudra. And just this fiery energy came out of him. And I thought, oh my God, he's going to burn me into vibhuti right here on the veranda. And I wished at that time that a big hole would open up and I would have been swallowed. It was so scary. And then the next moment, he just turned away and it was gone. Gone. Thank goodness he turned away. I don't know what would have happened to me otherwise. But that's the fire. That's the Rudra aspect. But I don't think that, when your mom gets mad, it's also equally scary, right? So the point is, brothers and sisters, let's not give Swami a chance to scold us. When Prema Sai comes back, let's not give him any opportunity to scold us. How do we do that? This is the second homework. You have two homeworks this week. Okay. First one is what? No, no, no. The first one is to receive Swami's love, receive the divine love of the mother, just like that little baby receiving its mother's love. The second one is to align your thoughts, your words, and your deeds in a way that is pleasing to Swami. Okay? Most of you are pretty good with your deeds, more or less so with your thoughts, unless you get angry. And then, but your thoughts, not so much. Okay? So the homework is to align your thoughts, your words, and your deeds in a way that is pleasing to Swami. Now, the thing is, Swami is already happy with us, right? Thing is, Swami already loves us. Thing is, we are already perfect as divine Atma, as the Atma. So you don't have to do anything, you don't have to be anything. But in this Maya game, we have to play the Maya game, right? So we have to play Maya to Maya. So let's align our thoughts, our words, and our deeds in a way that is pleasing to Swami. It means different things for different people, depending on what stage of your life you're in, whether you're a teenager or a student or a householder who's married, whether you're a son or daughter, brother, sister, worker in your office or your workplace, whatever. But in all of these places, let us practice this. Your thoughts, your words, and your deeds. Try your thoughts. And then I think for your deeds, look at your habits. Look at your habits, right? Are you wasting time? Almost all of us, wasting time. Wasting time. So much time waste. So much time waste for everybody. Nowadays, when I look at people, I'm seeing their thoughts are like this, doing, 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 bouncing up and down, not able to stay still, wasting so much time. So align your thoughts, words, and deeds so that they're pleasing to Swami. This will avoid time waste and it'll avoid so many bad habits and bad things that you could fall into. Okay. So questions on this practice. Let's see. Usha Swami, thoughts, doubts, questions?
Yeah, I have one, Swami.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay when I'm alone. I'm able to align my thoughts, what I need, and I'm okay with my social circle and other places
So you're okay when you're by yourself,
yeah,
right?
and
And the
also that
moment you
I
get with your husband, then what happens?
no, not even with my husband.
Not even with your husband.
No, not like my personal space. I'm with what I think, I say, and I do.
Okay.
But when it comes to office and when it comes to school, there I find it very difficult to really be aligned with this. Most of the time I am with that, but then that creates a lot of because they don't understand. How do I say this? Now, suppose I say I'll need this work done by this time, I give it. But there people they don't they don't honor their words. Like I get very confused what I should do and what I should not do because of the instructions coming from the other person.
So when you go to work, you
Yeah,
find the
there I
situation
find
much more
yeah,
challenging.
very
People are
challenging.
not
It's very challenging
doing
and
what they say.
yeah,
They're not honoring their
yeah.
commitments.
And they say that they misunderstand me because I am doing what I say. If I have to give a very, very clear example, my coordinator says, okay, he tells me this work has to be done in this particular time. Now, me being a person knows that it cannot be done. So I just tell him on the moment itself, sir, I need some more time. I'll be able to give it to you. That they don't like. They say, why do you have to say that? First you say yes, and then you go do what you want to do. I said, if I say yes, it is my word. If I say I have to give it by 4 o'clock, I have to give it because I honor my word. So because of that, I tell them I know I cannot do that. The amount of work is
So your
involved.
boss is giving you impossible deadlines. You give pushback, and then you get into trouble for that.
Explicitly say that, ma'am, please don't say like that. Say yes need to, be in alignment with all the three.
So I have a suggestion. Is what I did. I had a situation. I was talking with Shivani about this last year. So we had a group of people we were working with who were putting us into a very difficult situation, and it was real pain. And working with another group of people, so I was sort of in the middle, and I was feeling a bit like a ping pong ball, going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So then I said, I said, what am I missing here? And I was thinking this morning, what am I missing here? Oh, I'm missing surrender. Yeah, I'm trying to do my best in this situation, but I haven't surrendered to Swami. And so I did that. And what happened was everything worked out fine. We had a large meeting today between all the stakeholders on this particular issue. All fine, all done. We were laughing, smiling, joking, chatting, taking photos and selfies and all. That was all fine. So the lesson in that to me was to surrender. I was resisting too much, and because of that resistance, I was getting into trouble. So perhaps you might look into this. Are you also resisting? Yeah.
Resisting what's wrong, whatever is.
What are you resisting? Look carefully. What are you resisting when you go to work? You don't like it that other people are different from you, that other people don't agree with your values, that other people don't behave or think like you. Yeah? This is the Kali Yuga, no? Swami says in Kali Yuga, even the good becomes bad. Even the good become bad in Kali Yuga. That's the nature of the Kali Yuga. If you know it's summer, why are you surprised that it's hot outside? If it's winter, why are you surprised that it's cold outside? In the Kali Yuga, why are you surprised that people are bad? How will it be any other way? Right? It's not going to be hot in winter. It's not going to be cold in summer, right? People are going to be like that in the Kali Yuga. That's how Kali Yuga is supposed to be. Now we're at the end of Kali Yuga. Satyuga is getting underway. It's a long transition period. It's okay, but don't get caught up in other people's dramas and traumas. Don't waste your time on that. Focus on your own sadhana. And if you have to give pushback, fine. Play the game, no? You're just playing the game of Maya, that's all. So play the game, but don't get affected by it so much. Yeah. Other questions on this? So now don't get that scolding from Swami, from Prema Sai. Don't allow yourselves to get scolding. It's really scary when Swami scolds. Telling you from personal experience, please, you don't get scolding. So make sure you align your thoughts, your words, and your deeds so that they're pleasing to Swami. Look at your habits. Look at how you're wasting time and how you can work on these.